Hola, soy yo, Vicki, otra vez. Bienvenidos a mi primer podcast intermedio, primer podcast de listening, nivel intermedio, ¿vale? Y hoy voy a leer un texto que está aquí en el Break the Language Barrier Level 2. This is the new revised book. All the books have been revised. Levels 1, 2, 3 and 4 has just been finished. So there is much more, many more exercises, translations, etc. in the new books, and they've all been updated and revised. So if you do have this book, which probably won't yet because it's so new, but maybe, it's page 78. Página 78 en el libro. Pero yo voy a leer solo. I'm just going to read it para que, como un dictado. As I've said, I think in the beginners videos, I'm not going to repeat it. I'm not going to read it too slow because you've got it there on the video. You can replay it to try and find the words. My recommendation would be not look at all at the text that's in the description box in the beginning, but to just purely listen. The first time, listen, don't even try to write. I wouldn't. The second time, then you can start to try and write down what I'm saying. If you don't understand something, leave a gap. Okay, and then listen again, see if you can fill in that gap. If you still don't understand it, just write what it sounds like. So it doesn't matter, it's not a spelling test, it's a listening exercise. So it's not about getting it all perfectly correct, it's about learning the sounds, understanding the sounds better. So if you just write down how you think that sounds, even though you don't know what the word is, it will help you so much. Then when you come to look at the word, it'll be like, that's that, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, that's my recommendation. First, purely listen, then try and write down what I'm saying, leaving gaps where you don't get it. Don't, you have to move on, obviously, because otherwise you miss what's coming next. And then the third time that you listen to it, that's when you try and fill in the gaps. And if you don't know the word, don't look at the description still yet. Just put in what you think it sounds like. And then the time to look at the description is when you've got it all written down, and then you're just going to check your spelling. Okay? Vale. Ok, so, el texto se llama Adiós María. María Garcia estudiaba intensamente la carrera de piano. Punto. Durante el día asistía al Conservatorio y por la noche, después de cenar, practicaba en casa, en su piano particular. Punto. Con frecuencia, María practicaba hasta la 1 o las 2 de la madrugada. Punto. Esto molestaba a los vecinos. Punto. Algunos no podían dormir y se indignaban. Punto. Los vecinos, además, tenían mucho antipatía a su madre Carmen. Carmen Garcia era de familia noble y se consideraba superior a todos los demás inhabitantes de la calle. Punto. Era una señora muy orgullosa. Punto. Llegó el verano y por la noche todos los vecinos abrían las ventanas para combatir el calor. Pero entonces oían el piano de María con más fuerza. Punto. Los vecinos gritaban: «Queremos dormir, no hay derecho, esto es un abuso». María aprobó sus exámenes con la máxima nota y le concedieron una beca para ampliar sus estudios en Viena. Might have forgotten a few puntos. La noche antes de partir para aquella ciudad, la madre y su hija dieron una fiesta de despedida a sus familiares y amigos. Punto. A la vez, todos los vecinos de la calle celebraron con una cena grande. Bebieron mucho champán y bailaron. Punto. La diversión duró hasta el amanecer y los vecinos bailaban, cantaban y aplaudían. Al final gritaban todos: adiós, María, adiós. Punto y final. Okay, vale, so ¿qué tal? How do you think you did? Check it over, listen to it again, and all those things that I said, that's what I would advise you to do. First time, just listen. Second time, try and write down what I'm saying at the same time as listening, leaving gaps where you don't know the word. Third time, just put in what you think that word might be from how it sounds. And the last time will be to check it. Okay. Vale, muchas gracias. Voy a hacer muchos de estos podcasts de listening. I'm going to do quite a lot of these listening podcasts because a lot of people, that's what they find difficult. They find the listening difficult, but also they find it difficult to find somewhere to listen, because if you don't live in Spain, and even if you live in Spain, if you live in an expat area, you struggle to be actually listening to Spanish. You can obviously, set your Netflix to Spanish or DVDs, or if anyone ever watches DVDs anymore, or if you're lucky enough to have Spanish television, you can watch the Spanish television. But the thing is, I would always recommend no subtitles, only listening. The subtitles will distract you from listening. You will be reading, not listening. So I would always recommend no subtitles, but watch something that you know the story, you've seen before, maybe in English. So you're not trying to work out what the story is, you're just listening to the words. Okay, that's my advice. The cinema, it's such a shame because obviously, don't know, it depends when you're watching this video. Maybe you'll be watching this video at a time when COVID is a thing of the past, just a bad memory. But of course, at the moment, the cinema's not really the sort of place that people want to go, and not many films being released. But the cinema is so perfect for listening because you're completely enveloped in the film. Like when you're watching at home, as comfortable as it is, you are quite often distracted by things going on at home. And whereas when you're in the cinema, you're just in it and it's loud, and you can sort of really listen then. So cinemas, I think, is a really good way, again, without subtitles if possible, but don't go to see some complicated sort of political thriller. That wouldn't be a good idea. So an action film, something easy, because if you're trying to work out a complicated plot or complicated language, that might put you off. But if you go and see something, even a children's film, children's films are great because they're so graphic as well. And it's easy language. So if you haven't got a child, try and take somebody else's child. I actually really do miss going to see all the children's films. Now my son's grown up. But anyway, so yeah, there you go. So, vale, cuídate mucho, look after yourself, and te veo en en el próximo video. Te veo muy pronto. Vale, adiós, gracias.